Hello babies, welcome back to my channel, Pretty and Plus 365. It's a little bit different, y'all. Obviously the background's different. I'm in my bedroom. I want to try this out and see if this is something y'all would like. Plus it hasn't been a professional setting and I don't know how long. I think the last time I actually had like a nice background and I was fully dressed. Well, not dressed because I don't have no pants on, but you know, the struggle's real. The last time we did like a formal setting like this was for like an actual haul, and I know how much you guys love those. Just haven't been in the mood to want to buy clothes. I'm not where I want to be with my body as of yet. I want to be a little bit smaller before I invest in more money in clothes. So for my last loss of weight, I'm still in the same clothes, size 20, and then like a size 1X, 2X for tops. So I'm happy where I'm at. I just want to get a little bit smaller before I go, you know, clothes crazy. But I'm going on a different tangent altogether because that is not the purpose of this video. The purpose of this video today is the Q&A, you guys. Yay! I'm gonna finally film the Q&A, and I know you guys have been wanting me to film this forever and ever and ever. So just a quick backstory about me. My name is Marta. If you don't know, there's a lot of y'all that are new to my channel, so thank you so much for that. And there's a lot of you that are older that have been with me since day one, so I love y'all very much. But there's like a lot of things you don't know about me. One, my name is Marta. I'm from San Antonio, Texas. I'm 33 years old. I know, baby skin. I'm just joking. I'm 33 years old. I have no kids. I've never been married. Yeah, that's the basis of it. I started YouTube about 8 years ago, maybe about 7 or 8 years ago. And I haven't turned back since. I absolutely love doing this. It's a great way for me to get my outlet. I used to do mostly outfit of the days and lookbooks and things like that, and then I started branching out into the vlogging portion of it because I just love to vent and just want to share my day with y'all and just learn that we all have similar experiences. And I'm sorry, I speak with my hands a lot. That's something else you didn't know. I use my hands a lot. I think that's the Italian side that comes out. But today's going to be a Q&A. So I hope you guys stick around. If you are interested in seeing or getting to know a little bit about me, you know, just keep watching, you guys. I'm so excited. So just keep watching. So we're just going to pop these babies out because I know you guys are curious. So a few vlogs back, I had asked y'all to leave some questions down below and that I would answer them. So I wrote them down in my handy dandy notebook. I've got about 2.5 pages worth. I even wrote down the name of the subscriber that left the message, so I will be doing shout outs. A lot of them are repeats, so I didn't bother to write down every single question in order, so hopefully I answer all your questions. If not, then just leave me another question down below. Alright, question number 1 from Belle Noriega. Hey girl, have you ever considered working for another company or a different job? So if you don't know, I work for Walmart. I've been with Walmart for 13 years. I started when I was 19 years old. They got me good. It was only supposed to be a summer job. I like the company. The company has taken really, really good care of me. I know I complain all the time about, you know, that I work too many hours and that I'm tired all the time, but I am choosing to put myself in that position. If it was really something that I felt was, you know, hindering my lifestyle, I would step back. But I do love money, and you know, no other company's gonna take care of me like they do. I could walk away and try to go somewhere else, but I would have to start over, and I just don't want to start over in my life where I'm at right now. I'm 33 years old. I'm making good money. I have a decent lifestyle. There's no point. But side note, a few years ago, I used to work for Torrid. If you didn't know that, I was a part-time associate at Torrid way back in the day, and I absolutely loved working for them. I love seeing all the new clothes that always come in. The discount was obviously awesome because you got 40% off, right? The promos were great. It was a great company to work for. I just couldn't handle doing both at the same time, and Torrid didn't pay me enough to give up, you know, my primary job, which was Walmart. But if I was able to, you know, win the lottery and I could live comfortably and not have to worry about too much income, yeah, I would pick up a part-time job at Torrid again. Question number 2 is from Lisa Johnson. Do you plan on having kids? I don't know. I'm a big believer. If it happens, it happens. Obviously, I was with my ex for 7 years and we never had children. And now I'm with Jonathan and we're going on 1.5 years. And we talked about long-term goals and things of that nature. And I'm just a big believer when it happens, it happens. So yes, I would like to have some, but I'm not pushing for it. I'm not in a hurry for it. Yes, I know people say, you know, you're getting older, 33 is not the ideal age, or you're getting, you know, whatever. My mom had me when she was 41. So in my mind, I still have plenty of time. And Jonathan and I are both have such we're youthful in our mentality where we don't feel our age and we don't look our age. So yeah, we're fine. And plus, we're good. We're fine. You guys will have kids eventually. Don't worry. Next is Makeup by Misela. Hey girl, hey. Will you ever come to Cali? Girl, I don't fucking know. I should go to Cali because I hear the food is bomb. And I see all your snaps and all those, oh my God, all those things that you're always posting about the food. I heard the food is ridiculous, like ridic. I've never been. I wouldn't see why not. I probably wouldn't go right now with all the stuff that's going on right now with Hurricane Harvey and everything. And I'm just not comfortable flying. But yeah, I don't see why not. Eventually in the future, you know, hey, if someone wants to invite me into her home to let me stay here, you know, I might be persuaded. Next one is also by Lisa Jansen. Do your employers know you do YouTube? I get this asked a lot. Quite a few of my employees know I do YouTube. I don't know if necessarily the company as a general knows what I do, but Walmart's one of those companies where they know everything that you do. You know what I mean? If you're on social media, they know about it, you know? If they feel... Their thing is Walmart's such a family company that they know, not to say monitor, but they know if you put your life publicly on a private platform or on a public platform and they have access to it, you know, they're going to have, you know, they have divisions set up for this to make sure that associates aren't slandering the company or posting inappropriate photos about associates or customers and things of that nature. So there's a team dedicated to that. So if you were asking if my employers, like my employees know, yes, they know. They've actually been in videos before. They've seen me bust out my camera when I'm doing things, and they're just like, you know, this, that, or the other. I actually have a few females that follow me on here, and hey girls, and they just love to watch my videos because they just like to watch the vlogs, they like to watch the outfit ideas, they like to see what I buy, and just because they're nosy and entremetidas like that. So I love them anyways. But yes, to answer your question, my Walmart family does know. I don't know if corporate knows, but I mean, I'm not doing anything wrong, so, you know, come at me. Next is from Mar Felix D. Okay, 2 questions. How did you get into the manager position at Walmart? And did you start off as a regular sales associate and work your way up? So when I first started, I was supposed to be just a seasonal cashier. I was only supposed to be there with the mentality of a month or so, just so I could get some extra cash. It was in June. Ooh, I just burped. I'm sorry. It was in June of 2004. I was there for a few months, and then I got recruited to work in the jewelry department. And from that point on, I got a real taste for the retail life, and I actually really, really liked it. So I gave myself a goal that every 2 years I would promote, and since then, every 2 years I have promoted. So I've held a total of either 5 or 6 positions now. But yeah, started as an hourly associate, making $6.90 an hour. What the fuck? As a seasonal cashier, part-time. Now I'm a salaried member of management, making well over $6.90 an hour. But yeah, I gave myself a goal every 2 years to promote up. So I have done that. Holy moly. Anna Yee. Anna, you're from San Antonio. I love her. I follow her on Instagram as well. She gave me quite a few questions. She had 5. Do you have any regrets about your life? Would you do anything differently if you could go back in time? Do you and your boyfriend have plans for the future? Are you moving in together? Kids, marriage? Ever think about changing careers? Okay, let's start with the first one. Do you have any regrets about your life? I don't know. I'm the mentality where the things that you do define the path that your life goes down. And if I had made certain mistakes or whatever, I never would have met Jesse, you know, my ex. And yes, it was a horrible breakup, but, you know, it was good. There were some good parts in there. If I hadn't, you know, gone down a different path, I would never met Jonathan. So I don't have any regrets in my life. I don't know if I would change anything. Maybe I would tell my younger self to just watch out for all the credit cards and not open as many credit cards. Maybe a financial point, I would do that part. But regrets, not so much. Maybe tell my younger self to, like, not be so down about your thickness. Because I look back now when I was 18, I'm just like, fuck, you were a hella thick. Like, you were a good thick, like, thick. Like, thicker than a Snicker, like, real good. And I would remember just knocking myself down. And then I got to a point where I was like, fuck, I embraced my thickness. So I would think I would just tell myself things like, watch your credit. Build up your credit even more. I could have had an even higher score now. And probably just like embrace it from day one. Or if you're going to change a little bit thing, just don't beat yourself down so much about your weight, because you're going to be like a fine wine, girl. You're just going to age better. Would you do anything differently if you could go back in time? No, because if you change things, you could have a different outcome. And I'm happy with my life that I'm in right now. Do you and your boyfriend have plans for the future? Moving in together, kids, or marriage? Me and him have talked about moving in quite a bit. We both have had, unfortunately, not just with my ex, but with previous exes as well, just bad history of moving quickly. And it might seem quickly to y'all because I post everything on social media, but we want to take our time. But we do talk about him moving in here all the time. You guys have seen my apartment. It is a small apartment, and of course I am in a lease, so I can't just up and leave my lease. I do love my apartment, and I want to enjoy the living on my own just for a little bit, just because I've never lived on my own ever. I've always either been with family, and then I was living with Jesse for 7 years. I've never lived on my own. Same thing with Jonathan. He would jump from relationship to relationship, and he's never really been on his own as well. So, but that boy has a key to this apartment. He's here every day. So it's like he lives here, but he's not here every night. So, I mean, he comes and goes as he pleases, and we already share multiple things, and it's a good pace. I'm very, very happy. We have talked about kids. When they happen, they happen. And marriage, I'm almost sure he's going to probably propose within the next year, just because he dropped certain hints. And now he's officially divorced. As before, when we first met, he was just separated, but now he's truly been well in divorce for a while now. So I'm thinking in his mind that he's going to take that next step within next year. So if he does, great. If he doesn't, I'm not going to rush it. I just want to live my life day by day and just embrace it and love him for who he is, and the fact that he loves me 100% for how I am. I'm going to get emotional. I'm sorry. Her last question is, ever think about changing careers? Again, if I won the lottery and I knew that I could live very, very comfortably without, having to worry about bills or anything of that nature, I still think I would stay in the retail aspect of things. Maybe invest in having or creating my own clothing line, because I do love clothes. I love fashion. I just don't have a lot of options for clothing, and I would like to put out something that would, a plus size girl could go, just like Debs. I miss Debs. I don't know why the fuck they closed that store down. But Debs was that one store. Yeah, the quality wasn't great, but they always had trendy pieces that you could just buy, so you could go out to the club one night or go to a function or this, that, and the other. And it was always trendy, and it was always from a size 1X to a 3X, like always. And I don't know why they shut that damn store down. So I think I would open something like that. And of course, I'd probably use my own moniker, which is Pretty and Plus, because why not? It's cute, short, sweet. Next is from Amanda Fushek or Fushek. Same thing. Plan on moving in together. Already answered it. Next question is, oh Lord, it's from Mihi85. She gave me 9 questions. Do you spend time with your family? I actually do spend time with my family. I have some family here in San Antonio. So I have an older sister. She's the oldest of the 4, Natalie. And then I have my brother Gil and his wife and his 2 daughters. His 2 daughters are 20, Darlene and Nadine. God bless, if I'm 33, we're 7 years apart. So one's 27 or 28. I'm not good with math right this second. But one's 27 or 28, and the other one's like 24 or 25, and they're grown. So I spend more time with my sister than anything, because they all work. Everybody works. And then my brother, I love my brother, my big brother. Like, if you follow me on Facebook, you know that I love my big brother. He's helped me out so much. Every time I have car problems or if I need something, my brother never lets me down. Of course, I'm the baby. There was another brother, but he did pass away 2 years ago, I believe. Yeah, 2 years ago. And I mentioned that in the vlog. He had a massive heart attack. So yeah, but there was 4 of us. So 2 girls, 2 boys. And I am the baby. Legitly the baby. Oh, I just answered your question. Do you have any brothers or sisters? Yes, I have. I had two brothers, Gil, Ernie, and then my sister Nat. Do you get long service leave at your job? Yeah, I have quite a bit of PTO since I've been so long with the company. I'm tenured at this point. So I get in theory 7 weeks of vacation or 39 days of PTO, however you want to break it down. And of course, if maternity leave, if I wanted to, that's an additional 6 weeks of leave. And then there's something called leave of absence, where it just depends on what you need as far as medical reasons or personal reasons or whatever. So there's different ways of going about it. But yes, I have in theory, I have 7 weeks of vacation at my disposal every fiscal year. Have you ever been overseas? I've been to the Dominican Republic. That's the farthest I've ever left the States, is the Dominican Republic. Never been to Cuba or nothing like that, but I've been to the Dominican Republic to visit my brother Ernie. What is your least favorite food? If it's an actual food, mole. If it's an actual item, onions. I'm not big on onions, but here's the catcher. I will order onion rings and pull the onions out and eat the breading. Don't fucking judge me. Don't judge me. But I hate onions. Onions as a whole, I just don't like them. They have to be super, 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 super finely diced for me to consume them. Or I need to not know that they're in there. But if it was like actual food, where like, Marta, this is the only food you can ever have. This is it. It's mole. Can't stand mole. Don't like it. Nobody's ever made it to where I can like it. It's not, no. It's, bleh, no. Do you dye your hair? Yes, honey. I dye my hair. I've dyed my hair bleach blonde. I've dyed my hair black. I've dyed my hair platinum blonde. But I do dye my hair consistently now black. Blue black from Revlon. What was your favorite subject in school? Art and choir. I am definitely a arts kind of person. I've always been creative. I love doing DIY projects. I love singing. Those were those were the two. I was very, very good at that. If I had to say that I excel in anything else, probably math. I know, probably earlier wasn't a good choice, but probably math. Math was another one. If you won $1 million, what would you do with it? Oh, well, honey. This video's not long enough for what I would do if I had $1 million. But I would do the same thing that typically everybody says that they would do. Oh, I would do this. I would take care of my family. Take care of my sister, take care of my brother, his family. They're already older. I'm not going to have them around forever. So I would definitely take care of them. And of course, I would get myself a nice little house. Nothing huge, because I've seen those shows where like the lottery ruined my life. I've seen those shows. So I know that, you know, $1 million is a lot of money. You know, it's enough for half your lifetime, you know. So I would invest some of it. I probably would still continue to work, but only as a very part-time job, just so I could have like medical benefits. But I would just make sure that I enjoyed my life and, you know, traveled, you know, and make sure that me and Jonathan are, you know, financially stable and we have money saved aside, but be able to just still be able to work at our own pace. Like, we can work if we want to, not that we have to. And her last question is, how do you store your clothes? Girl, they store my clothes on the floor. It is like a tornado in here every time I do laundry. It's a hot mess, hot mess. This apartment's so small, so it's only meant for one person, and my closets reflect that. It's only meant for one person, and I have way too many clothes. So I have a lot of storage, like stuff like this, or in my closets where I have like folded shirts and pants and things like that. I actually have one of these in my closet on top of the folded and the hanging stuff. So it's a tight ass fit, like tight. All right, last two questions, and I'm running out of storage, so I better hurry the fuck up. Last two questions. This one is from Adriana Falcon. Hey, mama. How do you do it to keep a social life while working so many hours? Well, you guys see it. The struggle's real. My job I typically work minimally about 12 hours a day when I go to work. Some weeks I can get away with 5 days a week. Some days I have to do 6. It's been a big help because of Jonathan. He works just as many hours as I do, and he doesn't put pressure or demand on my time. So I see him every day, or I see him every other day, and I get to hug him and, you know, cuddle up on him. If not every day, then every other day. But it takes someone understanding to know about that. Now, I haven't seen my best friend Red in I feel like 2 months now. So it's harder on my social life. So when I know that I have vacation time, I try to make plans to go do stuff. But it is hard. It's definitely gotten harder every time I've gotten promoted. The more responsibilities you have, the harder it is to do things, to actually enjoy, all that extra work that you're doing. My last question is from Pearl Girl 1. Hey girl, I talk to you on here all the time. Why did you move to Texas, and where do you see yourself in 5 years? Oh, last two questions. So I moved to Texas when I was 18 because my mother had passed away, and my brother was my caretaker. And he moved down to Texas to give his daughters a better life. And where we lived in Ohio, the economy was getting really, really bad, and the neighborhood he lived in was just getting run down, and it was not the ideal setting for two small little girls that were, 10 and 12, or what were they, 10 and 8? They were small. They were still in elementary. So my sister was already living here. She's been living here for years. And she said, hey, the cost of living in Texas is so much cheaper. Come on down. You could get a house for what you pay up there. You could get a really, really nice house down here. So he moved down here, and I followed along. And at that point, I was working for my brother at that point. I was his dispatcher for his trucking company. And of course the economy hit, so his company took a hit, and so I had to pick up a job. And my first interview was Walmart. And the intention was just to pick up money while, he got his business back up off the ground, because he wanted to hit the ground running. And that's all she wrote. That's where I was at. I stayed put ever since. I have not left that same location in 13 years. I've gone to other stores to train other people now and to help rebuild or to remodel and things like that, but I have not left that physical location in 13 years. So I love that store. I have a lot of pride for that store. And the last question is, where do you see yourself in 5 years? In 5 years, I'll be 38, sweet baby Jesus. So I'm hoping God, I'm hoping by the time I'm almost 40, I look like I'm almost 30. Just kidding, you guys. Seriously though, I'm hoping that I will finally be at the size that I want, which would be like a 16-18, right? So that gives me 5 years to be a 16-18. I would like to see myself, in a home at that point, like an actual house. An apartment is good for my lifestyle right now because I don't spend enough time in my home to where I can enjoy it. But I'm thinking in 5 years, I should get a hold of my career at that point and know exactly what path I'm going to take at this point. So I would definitely like to have a nice little house, my own little dog, my little Frenchie. I have a little French bulldog, if not a corgi, and just be even more financially stable to where I can do more things. I'm financially stable now, but I'm greedy, so I'm always going to want more money. I would like to hope that Jonathan is in my future. I'm definitely one of those girls that strives to make a relationship work, and me and him have had that conversation. He doesn't see himself going anywhere, and neither do I. And he says he's here through thick and thin, and he's like, I literally meant it, through thick or thin. If you get thicker, I'm here. If you get thinner, I'm here. I'm like, oh honey, I love you. Like, he's a good man. So I'll do everything to make that relationship work, and he's gonna do the same thing on his end, and that's what I want to build up. I want to have a king and queen kind of relationship. You both rule, but you're both separate sovereigns, that you can do your own thing, that you can run your own nation, right? I run Walmart, he runs his company. So, but together we're a powerhouse. You feel me? So that's where I see myself. And of course, if we have a kid or two by then even better. But I would like to enjoy our relationship while I can and not share him with a baby. That would be wonderful, because I feel like if we had a little girl, oh my God, I feel like I would lose him in a heartbeat to him. I would lose him in a heartbeat to her, like in a heartbeat. But that's okay. I know he's a great father. So you guys, that is the end of it. That is the end of my Q&A. I thought it would be so much more worse, and actually it was quite a few questions, but a lot of them were repetitive. Like, everybody kept asking the same thing over and over again. So hopefully I answered your questions for you today. If you have any questions for me still, leave them down below. I have, by all means, I'll answer them for you. I know one question that you guys are probably wondering that was not answered was, how did you meet Jonathan? And it was through Tinder. So, and I'll leave it there. It was through Tinder. Gotta love Tinder. Yeah, so it was through Tinder. But all right, y'all, that's the end of it. I love y'all so much. Thank you for sitting here through, I think, 30 minutes worth of me shooting the shit. But I absolutely love every single one of you. Thank you so much to the older subscribers and the new subscribers. Don't forget, if you are new to my channel, please give this video a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. And please subscribe if you want to see more of this face. And look forward to the next video. Until next time. Yeah, would I want to have kids? I don't know. It just... Fuck. It's so cold in here. I don't have any pants on. It's so cold. It's throwing my... Okay, let's start over. Baby Jesus. Probably wasn't a good idea to have the window open. People are looking at me. I don't like it. And I don't have any pants on. And I got the window shades wide open. And I'm on the first floor, y'all, so you can see straight into my apartment. Get it together, get it together, get it together. Hi, you guys. Welcome back to my channel. Fuck. Get it together. Get it together, bitch. Okay. Oh, and I've been filming. Phenomenal. All right. Well, I guess it'll be a blooper.